Well, that's a bad idea. Let's do this.
Welcome to CK4RC.
Welcome back to the channel. I'm Chaz. This is CK4RC, and I think I've got one more indoor comp in me for the season. So, time to start getting stuff ready. Here's what I've got planned to take along with me this time. So, for my comp rig, I have needed to do some work to the good old FuryTech X comp for quite some time. This is based on the FuryTech FX118 platform, and the chassis came from DirectRC for their 1-year anniversary. It's called the X Competition chassis. So I snagged that the day it came out and got this thing put together. Now, it is fairly standard right now for what it is, but I have some overdrive gears that are coming in today that I'm going to try to get these wheels off and get the overdrive gears added to these front portal boxes. I probably should have got some brass while I was at it, but I didn't, so a little bit of a bummer there, but I do have a brass skid plate down here on the front axle, skid plate, diff cover down here on the front axle, so that helps a little bit. Now, one of the biggest problems that I've had with this rig is the way that this was designed. It's supposed to be battery on axle, but the battery on axle mount I have broken no less than 7 times. And at this point, I cannot repair it anymore. So I had to go ahead and replace the universal torque servo with the Torque MLS 1024. That is the specific mountless torque servo for the FX118. So that mounts directly on the axle with the rear exit wire and the metal servo horn and all of the torque and power and speed you want. But that means I don't have anywhere to mount my battery because, as you can see, it's a really tight fit in here. So what I've done is I went battery hunting, and I think I have some options. Now, I didn't go battery hunting necessarily for the X Comp. I went battery hunting for my custom SCX30 because I went with the brushless FuryTech system, which is 3S capable, but all of my Turnigy 3S batteries were just too big, and I couldn't get them to fit in here with the body on and get it to stay put. So I went back to old reliable Palm Beach Bots, and I ordered several different sizes of batteries. I ordered 2 of their smallest 3Ss, which are both 100 milliamp. No, that's 180. Here's the other 100 milliamp. So here is their smallest 3S battery right here. 3S 100 milliamp. I think it's a 35C discharge rate. 45C discharge rate on that right there. So that's not too bad. So I got 2 of those, which compared to the stock 2S, it's a different size, but it's actually not terribly different. You can see the length on the 2S is longer. Obviously the width on the 3S is bigger. But I think that I'm going to be able to make this work. And actually I know I will because I've already set it in here and I know that it'll work. So I got 2 of those. I got a 180 milliamp, I got a 250 milliamp, and I got a 300 milliamp, all 3S. So with all of that, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be able to slide these things right in here next to the receiver, just like that, and be able to plug and play, if you will. So I'm going to be able to make that work with the X Comp, and I'm feeling pretty happy about that because otherwise I didn't really know where to put that battery. That's it for the prep. I need to get these overdrive gears installed. I need to get these batteries charged. I need to get my basket ready to go. And I will see you at the comp. Yeah, so this sucks. So the overdrive gears are not playing nice with the brass portal boxes I've got from Power Hobby. So everything is bound up super tight in here, and that is not going to run at all. Luckily, one of the other dudes is going to let me run his 24 scale. And this thing is a little beast, so we'll check it out and see how it does. Got to go test it and figure out how to drive this thing. We'll see how we do there, but I've got the 30, but there's no class for that, so I'm just going to play with that. But I'm really bummed because I was feeling good about this, and now I'm not feeling good about this. Got a couple trucks from the kids class here. Got a purple deadbolt. That thing looks killer. and a pink IR60, magenta, whatever color you want to call it, with the rainbow splashed wheels. Some good looking trucks. All right, got to figure out how to run this thing because I've never driven it before, and now instead of running 18 scale, I'm running 24 scale, which puts me back on this zombie course, which is a nightmare. I have not successfully cleared a single gate yet, which I'm only on the third gate, but still, not off to a good start. But also, if I paid attention to where I was driving, that would probably help a little bit. Coming down a weird angle on the net right there, but it's okay. We're good. We're good. Then come down the corkscrews. There we go. Got caught looking at my camera and not the rig. I gotta not do that. But it's difficult to drive and film and watch the truck and the camera. Make sure everything's lined up and in frame. Don't want to touch the zombie, don't want to touch the gate. Make sure that back tire clears. There we go. I actually cleared a gate. How about that? But I did not set myself up because I got to come through this gate and then make this climb, and I did not do that. There we go. There's a nice little climb. Spoke too soon. Rear tire got right there in that dead spot. Get this truck on the volcano course and hopefully not distract you. Oh, nicely done. Great climb. Driving through the zombie graveyard here with the dangler.
Point me.
Steve's over there taking points.
Getting stuck.
Another zombie graveyard we're driving through. And another dangler right there threatening to get the cab. No wonder dinosaurs are extinct. They're too stupid not to get run over.
There's a couple on here that need to be hit on purpose.
Man, you are not kidding. You running an Apex? What is that?
Yep.
Nice. I like those wheels on there too, man. Those look tough.
These are actually
Is that the weighted wheels?
it's the
Hobby sold, yeah.
that I got, but I didn't realize they were as heavy as they are.
That positive offset too to suck them in.
Yep, that's what I got them for. I didn't realize they were as heavy as they were.
That's really smart. Yeah, that's a great setup and a great looking truck. All right, I'll quit talking to you. Michael Lucas, come on down. Oh no. That's one way to do it. Alright, it is time for me to play a little bit as the comp starts to wind down. Let's see what the 30 can do on some of these courses. The slow control is so awesome. Nice. Nice. See how we get through the bird seed here. I'm just burying myself. This little thing is awesome. Oh.
This is pretty tough. You need to come around this side of it. Especially with your car, because it is super light.
Come on. Easy grip, easy grip. Oh, the wheelbase is working against me on this one.
Might not make it.
There we go. Just made that climb better with this 30 than I did with my 24.
Them's like semi-tires to that truck.
Yeah, I know.
If you get this tire right here,
It should get it.
and try to keep this tire
Otter.
all the way over here. Losing more weight. Not quite. See?
Just when you think it's
See,
safe
watch. Now do it.
To go back into the
to go
water.
back into the water. An otter.
There's an otter.
Just a little bit more weight on the front of it, and that's what it needs. Swing one. You can go on the other side, though.
What's his drive back?
Yeah. He told me,
He don't need his drive
I know,
back.
he said he could take it to our house, and I said, I got a 2-car garage, can't even get a car in it.
Gotta have room for the toys.
Wait, are you supposed to have cars in your garage?
Yeah?
She told me last winter, said if you'd get them 4-wheelers and side-by-sides out, I'd get my car out in there.
Did you say no thanks?
And your point is?
All right, let's see if we can get a climb on this mountain here. I think I got some bird seed in there somewhere because it is not sounding healthy. I just ran it through there and it just buried itself. Come on. There we go. Lay down, lay down.
that tire here. Yeah, I was gonna say once you get over that lawn.
Up that.
There we go.
He said that.
What's happening?
He's trying to, his little, his stock motor and servo and everything really struggle.
That's the part about the upgrade.
He's trying her though.
Ah. That's a nice clean climb.
A lot.
15. Huh?
Only thing in there is Mountain Dew.
That's all you need?
Yeah.
Supposed to bring your own, Dave.
$18.
There you go.
You need anything other than Mountain Dew?
I can't.
Just built it. I'm testing it out, and it's doing not too bad. And I'm glad Doug didn't hit the smoke on me.
You would have lost it down.
I know.
In there.
But I'm also making up my own lines. I'm not following the lines.
Make up your own trail.
We don't.
There you go.
There is nothing flashy over here, sir. Well, this is supposed to be an articulation alley, but when you're driving a 30, you just turn it into a slalom. This thing is perfect. Articulate that. Let's try a different line on this alien course over here. I think there's something I can do with this here. Just got to make sure I don't get stuck in those holes. That's not helpful. All right, let me see if we can get this 30 out of this cave. Okay, there we go. That's not the best line that I would have chosen, but it worked. Holy crap, that worked. Take it nice and easy on this. This is not made for 30 scales. It is just barely enough for me to get a grip. Oh, with the overdrive pulling it right on up and over. Oh, wow. Nice. Take that, aliens. I'm gonna run over you just because I can. That gap's a little bit too big. Hey, Doug. I'll be ready to accept my trophy for the 30th scale today.
Here, bud. Go take it to the truck.
Went right up. Didn't weigh enough to even turn the table.
And I managed to score a couple more bodies. This one's got some stacks on the back. I really like this green and black combo. I think that looks tough, and the stacks are really cool too. And then this purple galaxy color, I think is what it's called. Look at the filament. That is really cool. No idea what it's going to go on, but I'll figure that out later. And I also got an order for 10 of these stands put in that I'm really pumped about, and that'll save me so much space on my shelf. Look how you just stand up your trucks like that. That will save so much space on a shelf. I'm really excited. I've got different colors coming. I'm really excited about those. So that wraps up another day of comping, and that was a bummer, man. It was disappointing because I was really optimistic about this X comp today. But the good news is I have everything I need to fix it at home. I'm just gonna have to put some work in and work on the brass portal covers with the overdrive gears and get that sorted out. So I've got some work to do, but overall, I think I can still turn it into a really good comp crawler, and time will tell. So that's it. As always, thanks for tuning in. Hit that quadfecta before you go. Like, subscribe, comment, and share. And don't forget to hype. Keep doing RC stuff, and I'll see you next time. Big time thank you to my members and channel partners, and if you would like to join the ranks, click on that join button for exclusive content, never before seen videos, early access to videos, and other exclusive content, pictures, polls, and having an active voice in what comes next on the channel. So appreciate the support. Click on that join button, and thank you so much to the channel members.